Jack is saying, "Come be when you bra here right here on this particular platform." And then Idil Fettel, and then na omode da kese no share so Muslims are omo we are fanan baby ano actually they are ending their fasting almost the holy Ramadan. Sorry if I don't get the full details right because I'm not a Muslim, but no due to the coronavirus pandemic no they had a virtual show and as a virtual concert amount for instead of said they will have the whole thing at Independence Square and as a bigger gathering like the stadium no they had it at the Flagstaff House like they said coronavirus internal ama event we me uncle so just as we all know it will go. Now they had it at the Flagstaff House together with the President of the Republic of Ghana, the Chief Imam together with other stakeholders. Now President can send baby nene the ama yakshan benwa yes so yeah the news everyone they say we are expecting from the President's speech or my say intibia virus abagana asiya ama nyama intimi so churches have been closed, nightclubs have been closed, schools have been closed. I said nyama be brave ama sisi akra no if you are not observing the social distancing rules, wearing masks, this is happening in Ghana because everybody's hands is on deck trying to actually stop the spread of this virus. This virus no it goes like that, so everybody is trying to maintain a social distance so we can stop the spread of the virus. Now President Edito Ghana for name him say he knows and understands the coronavirus have come to halt a lot of things in Ghana and that he and his administration are putting a lot of measures. So they've done extremely well according to him. And that's 15th May they came out to say that they are extending the ban on the church gatherings, funerals, and other things for additional 2 weeks. This was the whole of Ghana. Minoka say from the President's speech today, or the eight celebrations hold a virtual concert of Flagstaff as a Kamia Koye said in no time by 30th and I said before the end of this particular May they will come out to ease restrictions. Now President Ekanwe it has generated a whole lot of controversies. But the whole voice now wait voice. This is what people are saying. Say this thing that Akufo-Addo wants to do in his speech more Oka say he wants to ease restrictions. Definitely so all lifted ban on public gatherings. You say they should not organize more than some people, but then still a public gathering a man for be brave. So we should think twice before we actually venture into things like this because see the economy so the economy needs to get better. People are suffering near their DPB so one day now you're not before do if he at as fast as we so now for the president just say we can attest on it very soon Akufo-Addo is going to ease the restrictions and I'll lift the ban on public gathering.
Inner City and Zongo Development, Justice of the Supreme Court, Director General of the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation, the eminent National Chief Imam, Zongo Chief Ulama Jama. I greet you in the name of Islam. Salam alaikum. We give thanks and praise to the Almighty for guiding us through the month of Ramadan. I send hearty congratulations to the Muslim Ummah in Ghana and around the world for a successful completion of the fast of Ramadan, even under the very difficult and trying circumstances occasioned by the coronavirus pandemic, which has inter alia curtailed the conventional celebration of the Eid at Blackstar Square. However, I commend the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation for stepping up to the plate and making it possible through virtual means to celebrate this year's Eid, just as it did in facilitating the virtual celebration of this year's May Day. These are the proper uses of a public broadcasting network. This year's Ramadan fast will remain unique in Islamic history as one that was observed without the usual activities and buzz that come with the Ramadan fast. Muslims have had to fast without the traditional iftar, tafsir, tarawih, and tahajjud prayers. I know that for many of you, this has been a very difficult sacrifice to make, since these activities in the consciousness of all Muslims cloak the month of Ramadan in sanctity and holiness. And so, I salute you for these sacrifices that you have made for our collective good. More importantly, you have made these sacrifices specifically to save human lives. Indeed, the Quran states that, and I quote, "If anyone saved a life, it would be as if he saved the whole of humanity," unquote. Your adherence to the safety protocols the government put in place to fight the virus has therefore saved many lives, for which we are all grateful. I applaud the leadership of the Muslim Ummah, the National Chief Imam, Sheikh Dr. Usman Nuhud Sharabutu, the Amir of the Ahmadiyya Muslim Mission, Maulvi Muhammad bin Salih, the Imam of the Al-Sunnah, Al-Hajj Ibrahim Umar, the Qaid of the Shia community, Sheikh Kamaldeen Abu Bakr, the Khalifa of the Tijaniya Muslim Council, Sheikh Abdul Faid Ahmed Maikano, and the Imam of the Ghana Muslim Mission, Sheikh Amin Bonsu, for their high sense of patriotism and commitment to Ghana and to the well-being of the Muslim faithful. I'm equally indebted to the National Council of Zongo Chiefs, who have worked tirelessly and continue to work to ensure the safety protocols are adhered to in the various Zongo communities. Inshallah, your names will be printed in indelible ink when we come to write the history of our fight and ultimate defeat of COVID-19. Vice President, National Chief Imam, Ulama, Jama, government continues to commit itself to creating a society of opportunities for all, irrespective of social circumstance, place of abode, or religious creed. The Zongo Development Fund, under the direction of the energetic Minister for Inner City and Zongo Development, Dr. Mustafa Abdul Hamid, is pursuing an aggressive development agenda as set out in government's economic and social development agenda. From Togomi Zongo in the Volta region, through Dambaye Zongo in the Oti region, to Tumu Zongo in the Upper West region, down to Axim Zongo in the Western region, various development projects are springing up across the nation to address the development deficits of Zongo communities. When I addressed Muslim faithful on the occasion of Eid al-Fitr last year, on 5th June 2019, I made clear that the Zongo development agenda is a challenge that appears huge. Indeed, it is no mean task. It is no mean challenge or task taking on the challenge of transforming the lives of over 5 million Ghanaians scattered in more than 3,000 communities across the country. But if we are to create a society of inclusion and not of exclusion, then it is a challenge that we must take on and overcome. Ulama, Jama, the task is big, but bigger still is our determination to bring prosperity to all our people. Whilst government does its part to ensure the development of human capital in Zongo communities, I urge you to ponder on the first set of verses of the Quran to be revealed to the Prophet Muhammad, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And I quote, "Read, in the name of your Lord who created, who taught man by the pen, taught man what he did not know," unquote. If the first commandment to the Prophet from Allah was to read, then Islam is meant to be a religion of knowledge. I thus continue to admonish you to take your children to school. Let us take advantage of the free senior high school program and the educational interventions that the Ministry of Inner City and Zongo Development is making in Zongo communities to educate our children, both male and female, and ensure that within this generation we can eradicate poverty, illiteracy, and disease from our country. Ghana continues to be the envy of the world because of the religious harmony that we foster amongst adherents of different faiths. I urge you to continue to promote religious harmony and peaceful coexistence. It is the essence of Islam, which means peace and submission to the will of Allah. I'm very hopeful that next year, Muslims in the country will congregate as they have done over the years and celebrate Eid al-Fitr fully and without any restrictions. We will go back in joy to Black Star Square. But until then, it is vital that we continue to maintain the measures of enhanced hygiene and social distance protocols to contain the spread of the virus. They are the surest way to a quick return to a life of normalcy. Stakeholder consultations are taking place on the way forward towards the easing of restrictions so that our social and economic lives can go back to normal. I expect these consultations to conclude this week so that I can announce to Ghanaians a clear roadmap for easing the restrictions. We have to find a way back, but in safety. We cannot be under these restrictions forever. I'm fortified in this view by three considerations. Firstly, sad though any premature death is, the hard fact is that the rate of deaths in Ghana amongst confirmed cases is very low, 1 per 1 million, i.e. 0.0001%, one of the lowest in Africa and indeed in the world. This, despite the very high number of cases tests we are carrying out. This has been so since the very beginning of the outbreak over 2 months ago. The number of positive cases stands at 6,683 out of 194,763 tests conducted, with 1,998 recoveries. This means that our positivity rate, that is the ratio of confirmed cases to the total number of tests conducted, is 3.43%, which again is one of the lowest in Africa and in the world. Furthermore, virtually all the 32 corona-related deaths that have so far been recorded were of persons with what the doctors call comorbidity, i.e., with other underlying causes and diseases. Most of them died within 24 hours of admission to hospital. May their souls rest in peace. It appears that by the grace of God, Ghanaians are not dying of this virus in the numbers that were originally anticipated and feared. Secondly, the numbers of severe virus cases that have been hospitalized have been persistently low since the outbreak. The fear that our hospitals would be overburdened and indeed overwhelmed has so far, again, by the grace of God, not materialized. As we speak, there are 16 severe cases in 6 hospitals across the country, none of them on a ventilator. We pray for their speedy recovery. Thirdly, we now have a more robust mechanism for enforcing our central strategy of defeating the virus, the application of the 3 T's, tracing, testing, and treating. The tracing teams are more experienced and more efficient. Testing capabilities are no longer concentrated in Accra and Kumasi, but spread more evenly across the country in Ho, Tamale, Navrongo, Takoradi, and Cape Coast. Treating capacity has been considerably enhanced with isolation facilities better distributed across the nation. These developments and continuing strong adherence to the social distancing and hygiene protocols, including wearing masks and strengthening our immune systems by eating our own foods, will enable us to face the future with greater confidence as we battle to defeat the virus and pray for our health care workers. And it is appropriate that we should end this unique Ramadan with this declaration of confidence in the future, because as I have said, this too shall pass. For the battle is the Lord's. I wish all Muslims and Ghanaians a happy Eid al-Fitr, even if a restrained one. Hopefully, the Almighty has listened to the cry of the faithful through His mercy with which He envelops the month of Ramadan. May God bless us all in our homeland Ghana and make her great and strong. Eid Mubarak, Barakat da Salah, Salam Alaikum.
Takbir. Jazakallah, His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, for giving us that address. The Minister in charge of Inner City and Zongo Development has a message from the Presidency, and you'll now step forward to deliver that message as well. Thank you. Honorable.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, Vice President, Second Lady, National Chief Imam, Justice of the Supreme Court, Ulama, Zongo Chiefs. I'm here to perform a simple task. It is customary on the part of the President that at every Eid celebration that he implores the National Chief Imam and our ulama to continue to pray for guidance for him, wisdom, long life, that he may be able to guide this country aright. And therefore, this morning, he's asked me to make a donation to the National Chief Imam that we may recite the Quran after this, do all the sadaqah that we have to do, that the Almighty Allah will alleviate our plight and set this country aright. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Mbashira Kanji.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister in charge of Inner